Okay, here we go. This tutorial today is going to be about downloading attendee information from NOVI and then creating name badges. So first I'll share screen. First, I'll come into NOVI and let's see, right here. And then I will come over and I will choose events. Once I do so, you'll see all the events that are coming up. In this instance, I want to work with the Herman Allen event, the Pro Ho Ho Ho. So I will open that event by double clicking. Then I can come over to the right here. I see there are 60 attendees. I'm going to pull a spreadsheet of all the attendees, and I am choosing visible fields only for the purposes of this. Once that downloads, I can find it in my downloads folder. I don't like working with a CSV file, so I choose to export to Excel. I find that imports better into Avery labels. So I'm going to save this, and it is going to be the Pro Ho 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 attendees. And in this case, I've done another batch. So this is going to be batch 2 because I've already done this one time, but we had so many more attendees that I'm doing it again and recording it. So I'm going to export that. I will then close this document. I will come over and find it in my desktop. Let's see, our recents. Let's see if it's there. Pro Ho Ho attendees batch 2. I will open that document. And when I get this document open, I'm going to do a little editing. First of all, there's this row 1. It will keep me from being able to do a sort. So I have to delete that row because it is merged. I will keep attended. I will get rid of the full name because we need the first and last to be separate. I will delete the prefix, the middle, the suffix, anything that I don't need, I'm going to get rid of. And then I will come over and just get rid of all of the rest of this information so that all I have left is whether they attended. I am actually going to duplicate this here, and I'm going to insert it here because I want another copy thing for guest, okay? So now I have company name, I have a sign-in sheet that I can use for whether they attended. Let's see, I feel like I have a few blanks here for Herman Allen. So I'm going to see if I can pause the video for a second and see what's happening there. So give me a second. Let's see if I can pause. All right, here we go again. Now I have fixed the issues that I had there. So now I am going to come back over. I'm in my Excel document that has all the attendees. I am now going to sort. So I click here in the upper corner, or I could click each of the columns individually. I'm going to tell it that I want it to sort by first name because that's how we organize badges, and from A to Z, and my list has headers. And then I say, okay. Again, you're simply either clicking in the corner here, data, sort by first name, my list has headers, okay. All right, so now I kind of take a look at I'm going to blow this up a little bit so I'm not killing your eyes. I'm going to take a look at each one of these. Classic marble and granite, we have them in there as CVA, just so we can keep them track of them. Pro Mid-Atlantic, I'm actually not attending, so I will not make myself a badge. I will delete. Barrymore, Beverly Lipscomb, Homelink, Custom Remodeling, Hydro Systems, Home Masons. I'm just looking to make sure everybody looks in good order. Yes, I like this. I don't like companies to be capitalized if they don't have to be, so I am updating this. Seal Shade Drafting and Residential Design is kind of big. He goes by Seal Shade Drafting, so I'm going to get rid of that so it fits on the badge better. Getting rid of anything that I feel like is not necessary or will be too long for printing on the badges, okay? I feel like we're in good shape. HomeLink, I'm changing this one. I saw up top it was HomeLink Custom Remodeling, and I'd rather use that. Kyle Vickery needs to be capitalized, and he is with Carroll Plumbing. And then I'm not sure who Matt Jones is with the CE here, so we'll leave it. I think everybody else looks pretty good. So now I'm going to come back up and I'm going to record who my guests are. Alex, I don't think I think Alex is a guest. Amy, Andy, Better Business Bureau, Barry is brand new. And let's see here, HomeLink Hydro Systems. I'm not sure if they are a member or not, so I'm going to mark them and I'll find out. Let's see, Accent Recruiting, I know is a guest. Custom Kitchens is a member. Insminger, Pro Mid-Atlantic, another level. Herman Allen, all of these look to be members, except for here, John is a guest. HomeLink, Herman, Oswald, brand new member. Matt Jones, I'm going to just put an X here because I don't know if they're a member or not. And then I think we're all done. Okay, so now I will, of course, save. I'm going to look at this thing with hydro systems after I show you the rest of the tutorial. So now I have this saved. I'm going to come up and I'm going to go into Avery. The login for Avery can be found in the staff ICE file. And I am going to start with a brand new design to show you how to do this. So if I came in, it would look like this when I log in. You can see my past projects, etc. So now I'm going to choose to create a new project. I think the badges that I have are 5395. Sometimes we have 5895. If you create a badge and you need to change the template, it's easy to do so. You'll see this little change template button up here in blue. You can use that and change the template. You may have to adjust the size of graphics, etc. So here I'm going to create the background. I'm coming over to the left side. I'm going to say add an image. I'm going to use the images that are already in my account here. And I am going to look for what we use as the backdrop. This one here is the one I want because it has the Pro logo already. In Metro DC and Philly, we always have our annual partner TW Perry on our badges. They do not work in the Central Virginia market and they do not care to be on those badges. So oftentimes I will add the image of our event sponsor, in this case, Herman Allen, just a way to show them a little extra love. So I'm going to adjust the size of this. Usually you can just touch the edges. Once you click on it, you can move it up and down when you get those crosshairs. So that's pretty self-explanatory. Okay, again, you add image. If there's an image here, I could come in and say, I want to replace the image. All sorts of things you could do. All right, now I'm ready. I have them sized to kind of fit in the printable area, which is here. And now I'm going to come over and I'm going to get the data that I need from that spreadsheet. So I'll come over and say import data. And then I will browse for the file. And then here it is, Pro Ho Ho attendees batch 2. And as I said, it'll be in alphabetical order. I don't need this column because that's for my attendance check at the event. And I don't need this row or I'll get a badge that says guest, first name, etc. I want the guests, whether or not they're a guest. I want their first name, last name, and company. So I'm keeping all of those boxes checked. If I didn't want one of them, I would just simply uncheck it. Then I hit the next button. Now I'm going to tell it I want the guest information at the top. Actually, I lied. I want the first name at the top. I want the first and space last name on the second line. And I want the company on the third line. And then I'll put the guest down low here. That I'm just going to use that as a little cheat sheet to help me know who to add a star to. So now I'm ready to hit next. and I'm ready to hit finish. So here on each of these, I am now in an edit all mode. So I'm going to start making some edits to this so that it's ready for us to use. First of all, I'm going to bring this in on the side a little bit so it doesn't print outside my visible area. And same on this side. All of these little dots will let you bring things in. If you get the crosshairs, it lets you move it up and down. And I'll adjust this as we go. So Alex, the first name, I want that to be large. So I highlight by double clicking on Alex. You can also click on the end and drag back. I will come over and I'm going to choose, let's see if 30 looks good. I think 30 looks good. So we're going to say about 30, okay? Then I'm going to double click on it and I want to change the color to our brand color. I also want to change Alex Oswald, or the first and last name and the company name, to our brand color. I'm leaving it small, but our brand color is this gray here, okay? Usually in the last used colors. All right, so now I am ready. I have all of them in here. And so now I am, and they're all, I've been able to do all of those adjustments to each one. So now I'm ready to come over and select edit one. This will allow me to look at each one. And in like this case, I have an X here. So I want to indicate that this is a guest. So I'm going to come over and I'm going to find a shape. I'm going to add a shape. I like to come down here and I'm looking at a shape like this. I could do a star. I kind of like things like this where they look like they've gotten some sort of award. So we'll just do this one. Be creative, have fun with it. All right, so now I've got this giant shape. I want to change the color to our brand color. I want to make it smaller, and I'm going to try to keep it the same scale. And let's see here. I don't know if I like that after all. Yeah, I do. It's cute. We'll keep it. But you could use whatever you want, okay? So I'm going to put right next to Alex's name that Alex is a guest, and I'm going to get rid of the X, okay? So then I'm going to also come and I'm going to right click on this and copy it. That way I can put it at the same exact size on any other guest badges that I need. So now I'm just looking for my little cheat indicator of the X, and then I will come up and I will put the little star thing here next to Bill. Then I'll go and I'll do this for everybody. I like to look at each one of these to make sure they look good, to make sure everything's on there that should be, and there's no weirdness or misspellings or crazy company name. Oops, I missed an X. There's Brooke. Hi, Brooke. Anyway, now I'm coming up. I'm going to add that. You can do either a right click and paste or Command and V. But you have to be outside of the printing in order to do it. So I have to come up here, okay? So let's see here. I've got Carter, Charles, boom, 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 boom. Any other stars that I see? Nope. Okay, going through each one rather quickly. Jackie, Jennifer, Jeremy, Matt Oswald's new. Okay, here we have John with Enterprise Trucking. Again, I'm going to click out of the printable text area and paste, and then just move his little icon here. Okay, Justice, Kathy, Kevin, Kristen with an IN, Kyle, Matt Oswald. If you wanted to, Matt's new. We could also do stars and things like that for new members if we wanted to. I choose to just take the time for the guests, and I'll alert my committee to new members and things like that. Okay. All right. So then we got Megan, Mike. Okay. And we should only have another page or so to go. Scott's not coming, so I'm going to go ahead and remove his, so that we have an extra guest badge if needed. Here we go. And let's see, I think we're down to the last page with, okay. So now we have these 6 extra ones, but we may have more than 6 walk-ins. So I'm going to go ahead and just print 2 additional pages with just empty badges like that. So I just hit this little add. If I decided, oh, I did too many, I could just delete the sheet there. So, but I'm going to add and have 10 total sheets. Okay, now I am ready to preview and print. So I preview it. It'll give me some warnings that things are outside the area. That's usually not accurate. So I just say continue. I get the PDF for me to print. It asks me to save it. So I'm going to come up and say badges, batch 2. That way I don't accidentally print the wrong ones and miss out on all the new people I added. Okay, so now I'm going to tell it I want to open my PDF. And there you go. So now I'm going to go get the badge paper that I need, load it into the printer according to the directions on my printer and that box. And then I will just send this to print and just make sure that it isn't going to print on both sides. I've done that in the past. I've also put in the paper the wrong way. So that concludes our tutorial on making name badges and pulling attendee information from NOVI. Let me know if you have any questions.